Hi everyone, welcome to the 30-day ROMWOD challenge. I wanted to take you through a few videos so that you could see the movements that you're going to be working through this month, and I'm just going to take it day by day. So this is the first day of the ROMWOD challenge. Welcome, let's start going through the movements. So the movements today are the saddle eagle, the saddle archer, and the seated forward fold. So the first movement is the saddle eagle. What that is I'm just going to take my feet underneath me, keeping the knees together or apart, whichever feels the most comfortable. Sit back on those heels. Let the weight sit on the heels. It is going to help stretch you, and I promise you it will get easier the longer you keep doing this challenge. So take your shoes off, let your ankles get fully underneath you. If this is uncomfortable though and you're feeling pain in the ankles, I highly suggest taking something that you can sit on, whether it be a medicine ball, another mat, a pillow, something that's just gonna make it a little bit more comfortable so that you're not hurting your ankles as much. If you ever see just a saddle in the workout, this is what that pose is. Just pulling the feet underneath the hips and sitting back on the heels. Don't worry about the arms. If you just see saddle, that's all you need to do. But for saddle eagle, I'm gonna incorporate the arms. My arms are gonna come out into a T. I'm gonna drop the right arm underneath the left, crossing at the elbows. Then I'm gonna bring the hands up in front of my face, crossing at the wrist and the hands if I can. At first this might seem really, really tight, but really get that elbow stretch, pulling the wrists together, reaching the fingertips out as far as you can. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see the stretch so you know what it looks like from the side. Sitting back all the way on the heels, my hands are pulled up. You're gonna get more of a stretch here if you start to raise those elbows up high, feeling the shoulder blades start to separate. You'll get a really nice stretch there. For today, I'm gonna hold this pose for 2 minutes. After those 2 minutes are up, I'm gonna release my arms, staying in that saddle position. The next pose is the saddle eagle on the left side. So my hands are coming back into that T. I'm crossing the left hand under the right, crossing at the elbows, bringing the hands up, crossing at the wrist. Again, keeping those eagle arms as tight as I can, lifting the elbows up as far as I can to get that big shoulder stretch. You're gonna stay in this saddle position for the full 4 minutes, but I'm only gonna do 2 minutes on each side. So 2 minutes on the right, 2 minutes on the left. After that time is up, release the arms and go into your next pose, which is saddle archer. So again, staying in this saddle position. If you need to adjust yourself, that's okay. Go ahead and adjust yourself and then get back into it. Your knees are gonna feel a lot of tightness, but this is all really good stretching. So come back into that saddle position, and then we're gonna add the arms. I highly suggest grabbing a towel if you're at home, or grabbing a rubber band if you're at the gym, so that you can use this to your benefit. This is a very big shoulder stretch, and you'll find that most people have a very difficult time with it. So it's okay, grab your tool, use it as benefit for you. So for the saddle archer on the right side, I'm gonna take my tool in my right hand, and I'm just gonna drop it behind my head. Then I'm gonna use the left arm, and I'm gonna take it to my lower back, reaching for that tool, whether it be the towel or the rubber band. The goal for this pose is to try and get the fingertips together. So if you can see me from the side, you can see that I'm reaching for those fingertips to touch, trying to grab on without the tool. So eventually by the end of this, hopefully, we're getting those hands to touch. Take a look at it from the back. Still in that saddle position with my legs, reaching the hands together. As soon as I get those hands to touch, release the tool and get that full stretch in there. I'm gonna hold this pose for 2 minutes, release the arms, and switch sides. So what that means is my left hand is gonna drop behind my head, right hand comes to the lower back, reaching for those fingertips, grabbing on if you can. If not, again, use the tool in the left hand. Try to get those fingertips as close together as you can by walking them in. Hold here for the full 2 minutes, release the hands, and then come on out of that saddle pose like I know you'll want to. For this next pose, you're just gonna be doing a seated forward fold. What that looks like, my legs are out straight, feet have to be whatever feels the most comfortable to you. Feet can be together, they can be falling apart, they can be flexed, they can be pointed. You make that decision. And I'm just gonna reach forward to my feet, reaching as far as I can, whether it's my knees, my shins, my ankles. The goal is to ultimately touch the feet so that your chest can lay down flat on your legs. What that looks like from the side, again, my legs are out straight. I'm reaching for my feet as far forward as I can, holding for the full 2 minutes, and then you are done for the day. Thank you guys so much for joining me in on day 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again tomorrow for day 2.